Joining me now, Sol Wisenberg, former deputy independent counsel and former assistant U.S. attorney, and David Schoen, former Trump impeachment lawyer. Sol, all of these new revelations that we have just learned, let's say just in the last 72 hours, about Hunter Biden, will this shame the DOJ into actually bringing new charges? What's your gut tonight? After all these days that you've been on all week long on the Angle, what's your gut?
Absolutely not. I mean, the fact that they would even sanction this attempted deceit on the court and on the public tells you all you need to know about that. The fact that the Attorney General, Merrick Garland, hasn't gotten to the bottom of it and told the public this is what really happened. All of the stonewalling that's going on, no, I'm totally skeptical of anything resulting from it.
Well, it seems like, David, that the White House is falling back, and we'll play the soundbite, on how much the Bidens love their son. Okay? They love their son. That's all that matters. It's a private matter. He needs to be able to recover in peace. The process is under, I guess it's still under investigation. So they're going to fall back on that. Correct?
Oh, I think that's right. But I think, frankly, Hunter Biden ought to be outraged that his deal was broken. They learned that only yesterday in court. His lawyer seemed to be outraged when he said, rip it up. I think they ought to file a motion for specific performance of the plea agreement they understood they had under Santabello. And, the judge may not accept it. But this is the only way, I think, that will really get at what promises were made to him. It looks like this broad immunity deal through his diversion. And if that's what he thought he was entitled to, I think he ought to litigate it.
Well, we learned something really big about Hunter Biden in court. Listen to what he told the judge. He said, I started a company in 2017 called Hudson West, Your Honor, and my partner was associated with a Chinese energy company called CEFC. The judge then said, who was your partner? Hunter Biden answers, I don't know how to spell his name. It's Yi Jianming, the chairman of that company. Well, he made over $500,000 through that. Now, what's notable here is that contradicts what his father told us back in 2020. Watch this.
My son has not made money in terms of this thing about, what are you talking about, China?
Well, David, what's your reaction here?
Well, I think that he has to rethink.
Or Sol, I'm sorry, we're on Sol.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're on Sol. Sorry about that. Sol, go ahead. Sol, what's your reaction there? That seems like a direct contradiction.
Well, my reaction is what else is new? I mean, virtually everything the president has said about this, about the business dealings that his son had in China and in the Ukraine have been shown to be false. And it just doesn't seem to affect him. Everybody just, I guess, looks at him as a doddering, doting old father, and they don't have any problem with it. So I'm not surprised at all.
Well, let's move to this Trump issue with Jack Smith, the prosecutor, releasing a superseding indictment yesterday. There were 3 new charges against Trump: attempting to destroy, alter, mutilate, or conceal evidence, also inducing someone else to do so, and a new count under the Espionage Act related to classified national document security. David, let's go to you. Help us break these down, because it looks like they have either on tape or a witness recounting conversations among Trump employees, and perhaps a notation that the president spoke with one of those employees about going in and allegedly asking for servers to be deleted after the government requested them.
Right. So a couple of things. With respect, the media, and many in the media, are falling all over themselves that this is a whole new chapter, and they've really got him now for 2 reasons, mainly. That they've got this document about Iran that was on the recorded call. We don't know that that's the case at all. And in any event, his same defenses would apply to that document if there were a document. But we don't know that that's the document. But then there's the bit about the purported deletion of the video. That's classic. Tavares, the witness, says De Oliveira told him, that maybe Nauta told him, that maybe Trump told him. It's hearsay on hearsay on hearsay. There are reasons that we have rules of evidence: reliability, credibility, the integrity of the process. Let's see how this plays out, frankly. I think that the judge ought to be quite angry. They just had a scheduling conference. There was no mention, apparently, of a superseding indictment. What happened? Did they have this and hold it back? Or did they just turn the screws to Tavares now? Remember, the government decides what the truth is. And if you're not cooperating with them, then you're not telling the truth from the government's perspective, at least a prosecutor like this.
Sol, your take on that?
That's an outstanding point. You know, they had a scheduling conference, and recall that Jack Smith wanted the trial to start in December of this year and said nothing about this plans to do a superseding indictment or to even present this evidence. So David's point is outstanding. And you know, on the issue of Hunter Biden, I don't think that the opposition should give up. I think by all means, there are people who need to be hauled in front of the House and put under oath and answered questions about this, because Hunter Biden, the whole investigation, the whistleblowers, and now what's happened with this plea is make no mistake about it, it's a terrible, terrible scandal.
Yeah, and we got Leslie Wolf, Lisa Monaco, and a lot of other characters. We need to get to the bottom of it. Sol and David, thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.